So I am in the process of making a cayenne salve, and this has beef tallow, grass-fed beef tallow. This has cayenne, dried cayenne peppers, and then fresh cayenne peppers from our garden this year. And the reason for that was there was alchemical reason in bringing timelines together and connecting timelines and clearing stagnancy through timelines. Now, cayenne salve is a salve that I've been making for some time. I was originally stimulated to make cayenne salve. I had been working a lot with cayenne pepper as a medicine. It was one of the first medicines that I started working with, one of the first plant teachers that I started working with. And this plant teacher was teaching me about movement and cleansing and blood stimulation and the potency of that. Now, I've been making this and also healing pain. So for a little bit of a background from me, I have a old injury that I got when I was 16. I was trying to jump a hurdle and I tore my knee, and then there were multiple injuries that ensued after that. After I hurt my knee in track, then a few days later, I hurt it again while I was riding a horse, and then a horse fell on it. So multiple times. And then by the time I had surgery on my knee, my knee had become in fragments. The tendons and the ACL, everything that was holding it together, had dissipated. So they did surgery, and when they did surgery on my knee, they grafted a piece of my hamstring to my ACL, and also amidst the surgery, they also cut a nerve ending that they cut a nerve that never healed. The nerve never healed, and one of my curiosities with making a cayenne salve for myself was to stimulate growth of that nerve. And I have actually used this salve to stimulate regrowth of those nerves quite successfully. I have a lot more feeling and sensation on the left side of my body. But in this experience, I also, as I am a Leo, put my body really out of constitutional balance. Cayenne is very spicy. Cayenne is very strong, powerful medicine. Look, there's a chamomile flower right there. Do you see that? So as I was making this, because cayenne is very efficient for sore muscles and like injuries with a lot of swelling, and what I was led to help to balance this cayenne salve today, this new cayenne salve on this new day, is to add fresh chamomile. So this is a German chamomile. I had a few flowers left, and and also the beef smell, as I'm just learning to make salves with beef tallow. There's like a beef scent, and so that's what originally stimulated, because chamomile has a really strong scent. And I recently made chamomile calendula salves with duck fat, and the scent of the chamomile calendula salves smell amazing, and it was from this plant that I have growing in my garden. And then I also decided to pick some lavender. And I have two different varieties. I have a French lavender here, which is this one here. and then your more traditional English lavender. And now chamomile is actually excellent for healing wounds, healing aches and pains. You can use it. Chamomile is an incredibly versatile plant. You can use it for all different things, not just for, having a cup of tea before bed. And lavender is also a sedative nervine, but is also really effective for healing wounds and or injuries. Now, the reason, if we speak energetics, why these two plants, aside from their delicious fragrance and their general healing properties, why these two plants would go well with the cayenne is because they are both cooling in nature. So usually nervines are cooling in nature, and then cayenne is hot in nature and stimulating. So by adding the chamomile and the lavender, we're creating a balanced energetic to the cayenne, and we're also giving the cayenne a direction of where to go. I was making this is being made within the Mercury hours. So Mercury is the planet of communication. And so when we think about this, as I was sharing the cayenne as the old and the new, and then the chamomile, we can think of this as like a mother archetype and a grandmother archetype. This salve, one way it could be used is as a healing for the matriarchal line. So combining timelines, stimulating healing within those timelines, and then therefore bringing about ancestral healing. So it's interesting because as I make medicines, they just, the plants tell me what to do. And so I'm just, as I'm sharing this here, I'm also like learning what's going on. And so what I'll do is I'm going to pick through this and take any of the old things off. And it was raining when I picked these. So there's that extra water element to these medicines. What I will do is I will break up the flowers to release the essential oils. And then I'm going to, and I've already been cooking this for about half an hour, 45 minutes. So on very low, on 110 degrees Fahrenheit. So I will put these, and then I will put a lid on this so the essential oils can't escape. And then I will cook them for probably another half an hour or so. And with that, I believe we're actually getting, we should be done within the Mercury hour, which would make sense. So healing the matriarchal line, communication between mother and child, and stimulating the healing of that, directing the healing of that into the spirit, into the body, and creating speed around that.